Hi everyone, this is Alpha Ali. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Stormy, and Stormy is currently plat free. They basically put it's a win, and obviously they've added the code, and they put things to work on. So it's been quite a while since I've had a VOD review, and since then I've dropped down to plat free, and I've stayed there for about a season. This game I was grouped up with Seraph and Miranda, which are your Honor and Widow. I think I was just using cooldowns for the sake of it sometimes. It started off very rough with us all getting steamrolled by an Echo and a Mercy duo, but we brought it back at the end. I haven't played Mercy as much at all this season, so it felt quite clunky with my movements. And that's fine as well, sweet, so don't worry, too much about it. Obviously, I know it's very, very hard, especially with the state that Mercy is in right now. It is very, very hard for, to play Mercy, basically. I've been shouted at many of times to switch off Mercy, but Mercy is still workable, especially with the team comp that you've got and also the map that we're on, basically. Don't worry too much if you end up getting rolled by this Echo and Mercy, because obviously you do end up winning it, but we could definitely see whether we are kind of, spamming any of them cooldowns, basically. Okay, so we'll see what we could do, but quickly as well, if you guys are wanting your own Mercy VOD review, are you wanting your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch for free at 2 PM UK on Sundays. They cost 7,500 channel points, which you simply get by just watching the streams. If you can't make it that time, then do not worry, as I also record them offline whenever I'm free, and all of them get uploaded to this channel. But if you guys want to see any of my own gameplay as well, you can visit my main channel. If you do need any help with anything, then don't be afraid to message any of my lovely mods on Discord. The links for everything that I've just mentioned will be down in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yeah, so we'll kind of just get straight into it. We are using, I think it's the Overwatch 2 Chengdu Hunter skin, which is very, very pretty. Looks really nice with the gold gun, by the way, in case you want to equip it anytime. Very, very beautiful if you want like an all kind of yellow theme, basically. So yes, so we'll kind of just get straight into it, but looking quickly at your team comp, I did say this is a very good Mercy team comp and also a really good map for Mercy. This is a very hit scan heavy map, so your Widow and your Ashe will, basically have absolute free reign over to here. Sigma is beautiful for the shields as well, and obviously you've got Honor to help heal him up. Just overall an absolutely amazing team comp for the map that you're on, okay? So let's just get straight into it and see what we're doing. Overall, like the position at the beginning, because not only can we go and help our Ashe, but also we can go and help our Sigma if we need to. Our Sigma is very pushed up, but that's an Honor issue, not a you issue, okay? So that's all good, that's all fine. Nothing too much to report on this first little bit. Okay, so you can see, already I can see the GA being wasted, okay? I'm surprised the Echo did not go for you. If the Echo went for you, then this is, I mean, the Echo should have gone for you, let's be honest. Let's quickly rewind it back, okay? Because what ends up happening is you waste your GA here because you spot the Echo, which is perfect, because obviously, you do want to kind of spot where, the Echo is, basically. However, you don't want to, you don't want to, just randomly sling yourself up into the air like this, because Echo could very easily go, like, with like a little stickies in the beam. That's my sound effects for that, by the way. So us, doing the little super jump up into the air is just making us a target, okay? As soon as we see this Echo, we want to sling ourselves into this room and onto the stairs, okay? So as soon as you see this Echo sling herself onto the room, onto the stairs, that means that she has to basically pick someone to attack at that point, and we've not made ourselves a target, okay? She should have 100% come for you, by the way. So yeah, anyways, we'll keep on going. Oh, that's not you, by the way. Sorry, I've been so used to clicking F4 for some reason. But anyways, we'll keep on going. That's fine. Nice, okay, so we just need to make sure we're healing up our Honor for a sec. Good drop, obviously, for our Sigma. Nice sling. Can't do too much to support you, spending your time trying to keep up your, your Sigma. Good res. Just, the only thing with this res is I would make sure that your Sigma's aware that you're doing this res. Just make sure you either ping it, just in case that the Hog starts to come forward, because then he can save his rock to stun him for the, for the Roadhog hook, alright? We'll keep on going. We need to rotate back a little bit sooner there. Yes, okay. So, unfortunately, you guys just get rolled by the Echo. Just, the only thing to kind of, make sure we don't get kind of caught out by the stickies is to make sure we rotate ourselves back a little bit sooner if we can. Okay, let's keep going, though. So, nice we get back to our Honor. And I think at this point we just need to reset. Possibly maybe get a recontest. It depends on how quick people get back. Sojourn instead of Echo, sorry, Sojourn instead of Widow right now is a good pick. Especially because, you're not too fussed about the Widow. They don't have a Widow that you guys need to recontest. We don't get the touch, but that's fine because we can hold them at these doors, which is all good. Okay, so your team ended up kind of just getting rolled at that point. Because obviously your job there is to obviously, you know, help all like the hit scans out and everything. Nice rotation, by the way. So to be honest, I don't really blame you. Make that rotation through the window here, by the way, instead. Okay? Because if you're playing on here, right? You don't want to rotate this way because your Sojourn's currently trying to attack the Ashe. So switching forward just allows the Ashe to be aggressive for a second, go pew pew pew, and then, you know, get you basically, okay? However, if we're on this side here, we can then rotate this way, which is a little bit safer, okay? Compared to us making ourselves a target at the beginning to the Ashe, okay? So just if you can, try to make sure you're rotating this way, and then we can play on these stairs over to here. All right, keep it going though. Because at this point, it's all about making sure we keep people alive. Fortunately, we can't really do that with the Ashe, but we can keep applying pressure with our Soj. Rotate back now. Nice. We're not in cover right now, okay? Because can you see where we're positioned? Where we're positioned, okay, means if anyone comes from that LOS and comes shooting straight at us, and same from that doorway as well. Play a little bit further back here. Play more towards these, or if you can, play back here. So we have a hard piece of cover that we can play on, basically. Okay, keep it going though. Nice, so can't really do too much there because it's a hook. It is what it is. Good sling to obviously go and help your Sigma. At this point, unfortunately, everyone's just staggering. Good pick. Don't force yourself forward too much if you're, if you're getting attacked by like the orb and everything like that, because we don't want to push ourselves forward and then get picked off. So don't be afraid, just kind of like stand back for a sec, okay? Honor has unfortunately been picked off while we're trying to do that. And we have Valks, which is okay, because obviously we just need to stabilize at this point. Okay, good res. I like the res. Just A, make sure that your Sigma is aware that you're resing, as in make sure that you're ping it, or if you're in your VC, tell him. Okay. What's it called? So just make sure that you're, you know, you're pinging him for that res. Second thing as well, make sure you have an escape route for that res. Because if we're just going down and we're doing the res and then we don't have an escape route, then we're going to get stuck by the stickies, okay? So we go down for the res. We can see that Sigma was about here-ish, okay? So once we've done that, then we can go, okay? But it might be about making sure that our Sigma gets back safe first, or your Sigma is aware that you're going to this res so we can't go into aggressively before we do end up going for the res. Because it's better if we try and keep the people that we've already got alive than us trying to go for a risky res, okay? So it could be possibly here that we don't go for the res and instead we try to keep people up. So yeah, just if you can, try to keep other people up rather than going for a res here. But to be honest, you guys are kind of like just not sticking together. Like, I don't think we've had a proper team fight since the first point at this point, to be honest. Okay? Awesome. So Bob managed to kind of stall it out for a sec, so it means we might be able to get a recontest. We have got a junk right now, so it means we're probably going to spend a lot of our time pocketing the, what's it called? The Ashe. Can't do anything there. Ashe gets hooked in. Ashe is just going to die. Can't do anything about that. Once again, this point, just back out. Because you don't want to try and make sure that you're in LOS of the, what's it called? The Ashe if we can. Nice. Rotate because Echo's on that same side as you. Don't push forward here. Allow Junkrat just to flank about and do his own fling. We can go forward here and try to help out, you know, your Junkrat if you need to. But we very much just want to stay back and play our safety here. We don't want to G ourselves forward, okay? Awesome. It's fine. We just need to back out. Let's get a good shot to try and like keep your Sigma up. Nice J back. Use that J, by the way, to get up to your Ashe, so it means we can go straight away to damage boosting her. But apart from that, it's good that we managed to finally get a little bit of stability, it seems. But it's good. Nice. Fair point, Havana is quite boring for Mercy, unfortunately, because you do kind of like just end up spending a lot of your time just sitting and damage boosting whoever's on this high ground. Can't do anything for your Sigma there, but to Mercy, we've got enough picks for them to have a reset anyway, so it's all good. Perfect. All right, we might actually finally get ourselves a stabilized team fight at this point. Don't peek yourself forward here, especially because they have the Ashe. We don't want to get picked off. Res. Nice res. Obviously, Hulk can't hit you from that distance, so I don't even know why he's trying, bless him. But that's all good. Can't do anything for your Moira there, sadly. Valky's fine, so you want to try and keep Sigma up, especially with how close it's getting. So, I like the attempt on the, what's called the damage boost on the rock here, but to be honest, that's not your main priority, okay? Because you trying to flick the damage boost onto the rock means that the Sigma ends up taking a lot of damage, which means he ends up falling, okay? Instead, if you can, just sit and try and hold the heal beam on him, because I would rather you kept up your, your Sigma, than him be, than him fall over, okay? So just, if you can, try your best just to kind of, like, keep the heal beam onto him, basically, before we do. Alright? Keep on going, though. Nice, so we're going to go damage with Bob now at this point. Good that we're using Valk to stall. Very nice. And you're... Okay. A little bit iffy with it, I'm going to be honest, okay? If you can... Instead of you kind of like just hovering about, use your GA to sling about. So it's fine for this first little bit of the stall, okay? It's really, really nice, okay? It's this bit in a second, okay? When you're weak, don't force yourself to go back into the point. Because I'd rather we kept you alive and go back for another, contest in a sec, than you try to keep yourself being forced onto this point, okay? So just if you can, once you've done that little bit of a stall for a second, just sling yourself off. Allow yourself to regen, maybe heal up your Ashe to help with the regen a tiny bit more, and then sling yourself back on. Because if you can see, we've got all this kind of distance that we need to go, basically. Okay? So, don't force yourself back onto this point. Instead, if you can, just keep yourself off for a sec, regen, then go back to retouch. Okay? Keep it going, though. So, we do end up obviously being in the Moira Coalescence, which allows us to go back up to full HP. Just be really, really careful of, obviously, where people are. For example, with the Roadhog and everything, we know Hog's going to be under here, and we know Ashe is going to be up here because obviously the Echo is going to be up here because the Ashe died to the Echo, okay? And we know that the Hog's going to be down here. So once your Valk has ended and the Coalescence has ended, look for somewhere that's going to be safe, i.e. over this side, okay? Because we can very easily come over to this side for a second, allow our Moira to contest for a little bit, and then we can go back in when our when our Sigma and everyone comes back, okay? Because there's no point, there's no point for us GAing ourselves over to here because we know the rest of our team is over here. Okay? Keep it going, though. So, Moira's contestant at this point. Sigma's got a pick, which is really, really good to see. Ty's going hard. Moira... Oh, bless her. I was just so confused. I was like, how did the Moira fall off the map, bless? She's going to go and fade away from the tire and then miss the ledge coming back. Oh, bless her. So if that was me on Moira, I'd also do the exact same. But that's fine. I just wanted to see what happened to her. Alright, we keep it going, though. Awesome. So we get our sort of reset here. I say that as our Hog's on the point, okay? But that's fine. Nice that we're not on the point here, though, because obviously we don't need to be. Love how you're just keeping your distance low and your Ashe to contest. Really good position in there. Where's our spawn? Where's our spawn? Our spawn is here. We do not need to res here. Because if the spawn is right here, Moira is not lazy. Okay? Even though, yes, I know it's your friend, okay? But don't make them lazy. Make them walk, okay? Because I would rather you kept up your Ashe here while this is happening, because obviously your Ashe took quite a bit of damage here. And also, the spawn's right here. Okay, so we don't need to. Okay, wait, hold on. Stormy, I will hear you out. Why am I hearing you out? If I'm out of practice. Oh, sorry, but you have put I'm out if practice. She's resing her Moira because that's her hear me out. Okay, fair enough. Yes, Stormy, spawn's here, okay? We'll keep going though. So we end up going back to the Ash, which is fine. And at this point, we're just going to stabilize, which is all good. Perfect. I know there's a Reaper behind, but I don't know if you guys know there's a Reaper behind, so I'm not going to say it. Because obviously, you guys can't see through walls like I can. Okay, so we're backing off a tiny bit. I would say you don't need to back off this much right now, especially with how passive your Ash is being. You can back off, but still keep your beam onto, what's it called? Good rotation, by the way. Onto your Junkrat if you need to. Nice. Good sling back as well. Loving all this from you. Don't push, let's go to your Moira there. Moira has fade to get away from it, what's called? To get away from the Reaper. You only need to start panicking for your Moira once your Moira's lost the fade. Okay? Other than that, very, very nice. Alright, we keep it going. Perfect. The same thing again, don't be afraid just to push up here and damage boost someone else that's being a little bit more aggressive. Nice. Okay, I'm expecting the Hog coming up a little bit soon now. Obviously, he's just his hooks, so that's fine. But I'd still be like a little bit scared of him, so make sure that we're playing out of beam range if you can. Okay, they have Sombra. Good rotation away from her. She's translocated up onto you, so nice rotation away. Good, good, good. Good stability here. Now, Sombra kind of was gone through that one, translocating up onto you. Don't be afraid just to kind of use your Ash, by the way, to get yourself up a little bit sooner if you need to, okay? The enemy Hog, wait, hold on. When did the enemy Hog fall off the map? Hello? Wait. Where did the enemy Hog fall off? Was it back here? I feel like I might have missed it now. It might have been a little bit sooner. Hold on. Oh, here, wait, he's dead now.
This is not an endorsement of your methods. Still boosting you.
He did. Wait, how did the Hog fall off? Oh, bless. So he's just resetting. He's just resetting. It's okay. I was wondering that. I just saw someone's message being like, "Oh, the Hog fell off the map." And I'm like, "Hello, like what happened?" No, that's fine. Awesome. So yeah, just if you can use your Ash to try and get up there a little bit quicker if you can. Okay. Nice. I always find it hard to pocket Ashes that are peeking there. I feel it's always like not a really good place to do it, if you get me. Nice. I heard Sombra. Yep, underneath you. Perfect. Good tire. Make sure that we go to go and heal our what's called our thingy a little bit more there, but apart from that, nice. And you guys end up holding it. So after a bit of a steamroll, you guys have actually managed to pull it back very, very nicely, which has been perfect. Just be careful with your positioning in the bulk here. Remember, what's it called? The Ash can still shoot us down, by the way. So we're just being careful of that. I tell actually, they might be able to do something here because you guys have not been able to kill them quick enough. Oh, never mind. You guys are getting them now. That's all good. Perfect. Okay, so after a little bit of a steamroll at the first couple points, you guys managed to hold it really, really well. And it got a lot better as well, Stormy, especially when the Hog was contested you with the Ash. I love how much you were playing off kind of to the side and everything. They did kind of throw themselves at you, so I'm going to see what you guys end up doing in a second, okay? Let's see. So, on the attack now. Obviously, we don't know what they've got until the start, so we just got to be careful in case they've got a Widow. I heard Ash. I think that's it, because normally Widow would have shot at this point. Perfect. So, get yourself more forward here. You want to get yourself a little bit further forward so you're there and you're ready for your Sigma, because you can't just rely this on your Arno, especially because they've got a Zarya. Zarya might have quite a bit of high charge already, and obviously you've got the Ash with the damage boost, okay? So just make sure if you can, try to push up to go and help your Sigma a little bit sooner. As proven here, so we just end up kind of getting, you know, taken out as he does, okay? Because we were playing a little bit too passive there. Good pick from your, what's called your Junkrat, though. I want to try and hold this space for a sec, so it means that Mercy can't get a res. Mercy gets a res. it is what it is. You can't really do too much about that. Leave your Junkrat now. Your Junkrat's going to go for a flank, so allow the Junkrat to flank, and we can stay with our, what's it called? We can stay with our thingy main. What's the name? Ash. We can stay with the Ash main, which is what you end up doing, okay? We don't want to go flanking. If we do want to go flanking with the Junkrat, we drop our beam, okay? 2 reasons why we drop our beam. 1, this is a dark map. We're on night time for Havana, okay? Which means it makes it very, like, easy for us to see the beam, okay? But the second thing as well is, it makes a slight brewing noise. It's quite hard to tell unless if like you're close up to it, but still you can very easily hear like the little brewing noise. I play with them a lot of this round. It's fun to play with Junk. It is, but if your Junk's making a rotation, you can very easily stay with Ash main until you see your Junk making the rotation. Then you can go and GA with the Junkrat. Because what you're gonna do is you end up having this all like downtime because you're just like, do you see how slow that is, okay? Compared to us, we can very easily just sit on the back of the payload here and sit with our Ash. And then once we get an opportunity to GA forward, we can then go up to our Junkrat or something here, okay? So it's just all about making sure that we're trying to keep that beam up time as much as possible. And if our Junkrat does go for a flank, try instead to try and find a way that you can meet back up with him rather than just follow him like the whole way, basically. Alright? We'll keep on going though. We'll go back to you as well. So Ash Dynamite, just make sure, nice that we're still out of the way of that. Good, we end up obviously going back around. Good, we go back to our Ana for a sec. Nice. Once our Winston's jumped in, by the way, don't be afraid to kind of just hop onto the point there. Because we do want to try and get as much point, like, progression as we can, if we can. Alright? Good rotation. Nice, I was trying to help your Ana back out. Good pockets in here for your Ana. Good play there. Was gonna say, Vic, don't be afraid just to push yourself forward so it means you could be with your Winston a little bit sooner. Good rotation there, so obviously, you know, try and keep him up. Can't do too much there. Don't be afraid to GA yourself in there, by the way, to go and help your Winston with the dive. What I'm noticing is you're not really playing with your Ash. And I can kind of tell why, because in the first round, your Ash wasn't really the best, okay? So if you know that your Ash isn't the best, don't be afraid just to go and commit with other people from your team. This is why I was saying with the Junkrat. Obviously, wait for your Junkrat to go in and be aggressive, and then we can go in. But also, your Winston as well is a perfect one. Winston, when he goes to dive in, not only does it create height for a really nice GA, okay, in order for you to get on these high grounds, but also, it's just really nice to damage with Winston, I feel like, as well sometimes, okay? So if you feel like that your Ash isn't really having as much of an impact compared to the rest of your team, don't be afraid just to not so much pocket them, because obviously, you know, you can still damage Mr. Ash for when they're, like, making the rotations, or, like, they're, you know, being passive for a sec, waiting for, like, for their concussion mines, or, like, for their jump, for example. But yeah. We had an Ash on the enemy team before, and they were they're stupidly good, then fell off of this game. And that's okay. If you realise that they're not doing too great this game, go and follow up and go abuse someone else, okay? Like, for example, with Winston, don't be afraid just to go in and go and dive in with the Winston. Because it means you can get more blue beam in, and you can be a little bit more effective. Nice. You can't really do too much for your Ana there, due to how high charged the Zarya is. Now you can res. See, that's okay, because look at the distance, Stormy. No, I'm joking, sweet, I'm joking. Leave that healing for your Ana. I like boosting Ana stats, personally. But same thing again as well. Okay, really key thing I'm going to say here. The payload on any kind of map, if you're waiting for a door or anything, it will just stop for a second, okay? No matter how many people you've got on this payload, it's not going to move until that door's dropped down. This gives you a perfect time for you to push forward with your Winston. Even if it's just, you know, you're being very, very, like, at max beam with him, but still go and push him. Because if he jumps in and he gets a pick off, that's a really good stagger. And it's either going to force a Mercy res, or they're just not going to get the res off, in which case, you know, we waste more and more time. A bit like how they were doing to you on your, what's called, on your defense, because every single time they were getting really good picks off, and they were just staggering and staggering and staggering, and it was just so hard to get a team fight out. If you push up with your Winston right now, then it means that we can very easily go in and be aggressive. Okay, we can keep going. Definitely play a bit different when I'm with friends, and you see it, you will see it when. And I even see as well, it's so, because in case, just a little bit of lore for me, in case people don't know, I have just been purely solo queuing this season. So normally I do like a bit of solo, a bit of duo, you know, because I quite enjoy having a duo now and again. But this season I've done full solo, and you can see how much you end up playing for yourself, rather than, you know, playing with like your friends and focusing on like them a little bit more, basically. Okay. Nice. Okay, so your Junkrat's hiding for a tire, so I just go and try to focus on other people here. You're more than welcome to sit damage boost with Winston because it'll bait people in. And also allows you to get a bit more damage in. Remember with Junkrat you can't damage boost tire, so same thing as well, just go and be with the Winston. They're gonna go res. Stormy. Why are we Valken? So if we get grabbed, don't Valk. I know that we've got Winston bubble down and everything like that, okay, but there's no need for us to Valk here. Okay? I just got Story going, Ali, please, in the chat. We don't need to Valk, remember? Okay? I know you're rusty, but always remember, if you ever see a Valk, if you see a grab, just allow it to happen. It's most likely going to be a team fight. Okay, hold on. No, I'll hear you out. Okay, Stormy, hold on. I'll give you a second to hear you out while I have a bit more water. Go on. Is this an SF 1.2? Someone just put that so funny. Related to last week's really wacky VOD that happened on Iconwald. I've started fat fingering buttons so bad. Oh, so is this what you did? Got it. Okay, so let's now make our fingers skinnier and not do this, okay? But it's fine, we'll play it out. Good damage boost there now, though. Very nice. Obviously, at this point, we're trying to keep up our Winston, which is fine. Because it's not peaking your honor, which you should do to get the health back there, but that's fine. Oh, yeah, same again. Don't be afraid to push up here. The more staggers you get, the better it's for you. Good rotation back. Just keep helping with your, with your Winston here. I know that you want to put pressure on the Moira, but it's just better if you just help your Winston there. Can't do anything for your Winston there because he picked Reaper now and he didn't know, which is absolutely fine. You just know D.Va's going to dive. Good peel. Using ults in your spawn. Fair enough. Good rotation. See if you can, don't be afraid just to go in and damage boost your Winston here because your Winston's going to do a little bit more damage if you can. Let's make our figures skinnier. Okay, queen. Guys, we're gonna get our fingers on that Ozempic, alright? I'm crying. Oh, okay, right, what happened here? Sorry, I've been out of it because I was just too busy giggling at the chat. So what do we do here? Oh, so we tried to get our beamers to the Winston, which is fine. Okay. And yeah, we just ended up reacting to the cast in time. As soon as we see that cast kind of going for us, don't be afraid to just go straight to the health pack to try and help us out. I know I think Ash ends up stealing it in the end, but if you go for it first, you get it first, okay? So just if you can, try to quickly get yourself over to that health pack a little bit sooner if we can, okay? Apart from that, keep going. Winston's going to have some nice pressure here, but I fear he's going to fall in. He does have Primal, which is quite good, actually. So as long as people survive here, this is good for you guys. Ash's gonna struggle with the Moira. I love when the VODs don't show the pistol actually, shooting. Because I was like, oh, I was just about to say to you, why are you not shooting the Moira? Then I realized the gun is just not working. No, good pick onto the Moira there, because obviously you know that she's, you know obviously that she uses her fade, and so she's quite easy to go and pick off there because of how push forward that she is. Very, very nice. Good res as well, because obviously you want to try and keep as many people as you can up for recon testing. Can't do too much there for your, your Junkrat, but that's fine. We just got to make sure that our Winston's okay, which he should be. Perfect. So we're coming into probably a final team fight at this point. We've got to think what kind of ults that they've got. So I'm going to be thinking, well, they haven't used bomb in like an absolute hot minute, and I don't think I've seen their Mercy use a Valk at all if you can right now. And obviously your cast, you know the cast has been doing quite a bit, so you could probably guess that these three are going to have ults. They've only just switched to Reaper on third point, but he has been doing quite a bit of damage to the Winston. So I'd be thinking at this point they're probably going to be very, very close to Reaper ult, and Moira Coalescence will use that quite recently, so they're not going to have that one basically. Okay. So just if you can, try to be kind of looking out for these 4 team, you know, ults basically. So I'll be kind of make sure I'm playing in some kind of piece of cover and try to make sure it's distance away from your Ana. So in case they do have the Reaper Blossom, then it means you guys can be split off and, you know, he has to pick between the both of you, okay? We keep on going though. So there's the high noon that I was talking about. Don't be afraid to Valk here. Yeah, nice. I was just about to say, don't be afraid to Valk whenever, what's called Cass has high noon. Good damage to the bomb, by the way. Out of the way of the bomb. Honestly, the ends are getting picked off. Just play above. Don't go to res here. This is too risky for you to go and res. The reason why it's too risky for you to go and res is because you know that the Moira is currently coming around to try and like get your get your Junkrat. Well, I would rather you waited and kept your Junkrat alive here than you try to go for a you to try and go for a res onto your
I make a powerful ally.
This pit has got 3 people today. Three people. 3 people died to the pit. Love it. Back to you though. Yeah. Don't go for a res here. Instead, I want you to keep up your Junkrat. You know that your Junkrat's weak. So it's better if we try to keep our Junkrat alive here than going for the res onto your Ana. Especially because Ana's just used Nano. So us kind of resing Ana here is just gonna allow Reaper just to come in and just attack her basically at this point. Okay. So work on keeping your Junkrat alive and keep yourself alive here. And if you do get time, then you can go and res Ana. But for now, I'd rather you kept yourself and your Junkrat alive than trying to go for the res here. Okay? Like the distance you create with the, what's called? With the Reaper, though. You just end up making it out, both of you, which is actually kind of insane that that happens. Good damage boost. He's got Blossom, so make sure you're playing separate. He's peeled back now, so he's probably not going to use it. Unfortunate with the Winston, you don't have res. You're probably not going to get it back in time. Yeah, at this point, it's just keeping stability. Yeah. Unless if you were directly there at the end of that res, you weren't going to get that one off, unfortunately, with the timing. So I would just wait to try to keep everyone else alive, basically, before you try to do anything. Can't if you Junkrat, because he ends up getting shot down by Sin turrets. Good res, though. That was a very good res. There's the Blossom. Can't do anything about that. Good that you stayed out of the way of it, though, because you knew it was going to be happening. And at this point, it's just a reset, because you... Oh, you can maybe get your Winston out? Nah, never mind. It's all good. Now we just back out. Perfect. Awesome. So reset, we're going to have a primal, so it means if Winston goes in aggressively, there's not too much of an issue if he falls low, because he can always pop the primal. We are nearly at nano, so I'm hoping that we manage to get that maybe onto your Winston before he does the primal. And we nearly have your Valk as well. So nice. Good sling forward and damage boost onto your, what's called? Onto your Ana. Your Ana's positioning, unfortunately, is a little bit whack there, so you can't really do too much with that. I saw Reaper TP behind, so I'm hoping that you have as well. You have indeed. Perfect. We're going to pop it Valk as soon as we can, which is perfect. Look for a res. You can res your Junkrat here. Instead of you, what's it called, like, just standing around and kind of, like, sort, like, you know, trying to, you know, get onto the point, you can res your Junkrat here. Because you have Valk, you have that, you know, what's called extra movement in the Valk, and your Junkrat's soul was in here, and you had res. Don't be afraid just to go in here and go for the res. So go in here, you can res, and then come back out to come help your Winston and everything, because this will help, like, try and keep that pressure up, okay? We'll keep on going, though. Good. Obviously, trying to flick onto the damage boost and the healing there. I respect it. Try if you can to move out of the way of the turrets, because they're going to start shooting you down in a minute. Okay. Ooh. So, when we try to go for the... Let's quickly look at this bit, because I don't really like this rotation here. So, this is fine, and obviously you trying to get the turrets down is perfectly fine as well. It's your next decision that's a little bit iffy for me, okay? I know that you do want to go and help the Bob, but think about what you're going to do when you go and help this Bob, okay? You know that Sim is, because you can hear where the Sim's ult's coming from, so you know where the Sim is. You can hear the Sim in your kind of left earphone, so you know that she's going to be here, okay? And you know that Hog is still going to be kind of on the low ground, because you're not seeing him rotate up or anything. So you know it's probably going to be lurking about in this room, okay? We want to try and damage this Bob in order to try and get some nice kind of damage to the backline, which is completely fine. But you notice that there's a Moira and a Mercy up here with your Winston and Junkrat. This is a perfect time for you to G yourself up onto here if you need to. Sure, Reaper might then TP up, but then we have an opportunity to escape down and then come back, back all the way around to your team if you need to, okay? But don't be kind of forcing yourself just do like a weird G over to here because you're making yourself kind of what's called close to your hog over this side, okay? So, with this rotation, try if you can to make it up onto the high ground instead. Okay? Let's see what we end up doing now. So, you end up obviously G'ing yourself quite far away. Hog's trying to chase after you, so I like the rotation out. Really nice escape there. Don't sling yourself onto the point. We don't need to be on the point. We have people to do that for us. That's not a Mercy issue. Good, pistol him. And we end up winning it. Okay, so Stormy, overall, a pretty good fun actually. I could definitely see you are quite rusty, which I think is going to be one of my main kind of key points for you to work on, is just get yourself back and used to being practiced in Mercy, because there was some really good moments there of like being being like really fluid with your movement and everything. It was really nice, okay? I will say it got a lot better towards the end compared to the beginning. You can't really help too much with the beginning, apart from the only thing you could have helped with was the res onto the Honor. You could have helped your Sigma out instead. But to be honest, your whole team were just getting steamrolled. So, and you didn't get a chance to regroup or anything. But yeah, no, without the Stormy, your beam management is really great. I love how much you're trying to push damage boost on key abilities as well. It's always really nice to see, okay? Which is really good, okay? Main key things I want you to work on, though. First thing, and this is mainly for your first point, because you felt very iffy on your first point. If your Ashe isn't doing anything, switch the main blue beam target. So if you ever have a person who's not doing anything useful, don't be afraid just to switch up and go and help someone else, which is what you started to do a little bit later on. Go and damage boost your Winston dives, go and damage boost your Junkrat, go and help someone else, okay? Because if you have an Ashe that's not doing anything, don't damage boost them because it's not going to do anything, okay? So go and follow up with other people, okay? Reses were okay, Stormy. Just remember, if they are outside the spawn, don't res them. We've talked about this. And Valks were pretty good as well, sweet. I don't think I've got too many issues with your Valks. It's mainly just like your reses, make sure we're doing a res at like a good time as well. And just get yourself back into the game as well, okay? Because there were a few kind of iffy bits, just purely because you were not kind of paying attention, mainly due to you not playing the game so much, basically, okay? So just kind of refreshing yourself about that, okay? But without the Stormy, other than that, very nice VOD. And just start playing Mercy again, because you'll see that you'll climb yourself back up. You're just a little bit rusty right now, okay? But thank you so much for on YouTube as well as on Twitch for been watching this. If you guys want your own Mercy VOD view, I did talk about it at the beginning of the video. But just, I guess, a little self-promo from me. There is my main YouTube channel where I post all of my games. So if you guys want to, if you guys do want to go and watch that, then you can do. There's also my Twitch. That's the main one. I stream all this live obviously on my Twitch, both my games and also the VOD. So if you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. And then finally there's a Discord as well. Links to that is all in the description. The Discord is very lovely and I have some very lovely people in there as well. But yeah, thank you so much also for the lovely VOD, and I'll see you all later. Bye.